Directed by Ridley Scott, Blade Runner is a film that you either hate it on first viewing or love it enough in such a way that you'll want to watch it multiple times until you understand it. My first time watching this movie, I fell in love with its visuals. This cyberpunk style combined with the amazing cinematography by Jordan Cronenweth and in contrast with the crisp score by Vangelis, which is one of my favorite scores of all time in a film. Also, the magnificent world building, the cities and the personality of the streets makes this film one of the greatest movies of the 80s, in my opinion. It is a sci-fi achievement full of things to explore and learn. It took me a while to figure it out and understand the meaning of it. And to be honest, I still struggle with why I love this film so much, but I can't break the wall and know 100% what it tries to tell me. It is full of metaphors and theories. Over the decades, one is that Deckard, portrayed by Harrison Ford, is actually a replicant. These questions exist because this film doesn't waste time explaining everything to you. It presents a world and characters with bits of story here and there. For its time, having an ambiguous story structure and still having a distinct identity that intrigues you is phenomenal. Because even with all of those questions, this film isn't lazy. The attention to detail is prodigious. Be it on the streets, the futuristic flying cars, the buildings and the billboards on it, the introduction of the replicants and why they were created, the different colonies, or even the simple test they use to check if someone is a replicant or not. This is a vast world to explore, and because of that, I've spent hours reading stuff online after watching the movie. Every fantastic film has its moment that provides epiphanies that affects us in different ways, and Blade Runner allowed me to experience that exactly at this moment.
Implants. Those aren't your memories, they're somebody else's. They're Tyrell's nieces.
Imagine discovering that you're not a real human, with memories of someone that is no longer alive. You're basically living someone else's life without knowing. Rachel was implanted with Tyrell's niece's memories. She believed that she was human, but in fact, she's not. However, she developed human emotions. And when Deckard confronts her with the truth, it's clear that she has a hard time dealing with it. That is crushing, and the moment itself is way more powerful than it seems to be, and says a lot about the movie, if you think about it. The replicants feel something that we as human beings quite often feel. It's our nature to question things, to desire more, to never feel fulfilled with any sensation provided. We taste a piece of chocolate and it's really good, but sometimes we feel that the sensation isn't enough. It's more like when you put cotton candy in your mouth and it melts. You never feel fulfilled, so the initial reaction is asking for more. In the film, there's a lot of moments when the replicants talk about wanting to feel things with more intensity, which proves that they aren't by any means different from us, despite the special abilities. This factor is portrayed in a splendid way. They also have other existential crises, like the thought that as our life goes by, we experience and see things that we feel are meaningless to people around us. But sometimes it means the world to us. We live our lives always afraid that we won't be remembered, and that our eyes are just broken lens visualizing a scenario that no one will see once the camera stops recording.
All those moments will be lost in time. Like tears in rain. Time to die.
Why were we created in the first place? And what's the point of so many experiences if in the end everything we see, our memories, achievements, interactions and beliefs will be just for the sake of short-term existence? That's what I got from this movie. Blade Runner is an exhilarating cinematic experience with an enduring emotional weight, a masterstroke that will never be replicated in my opinion. I'm even afraid of being inaccurate because I don't want to disrespect the film in any way, so if there's any detail that I got wrong on this review, please let me know. I'll give this movie a gigantic 10. Let me know your thoughts on it. If you like my videos, consider subscribing. See you guys.